What's going on, D Spot fans? Welcome to another episode of D Spot. My name is Diego, and you have just tuned in to another improvised broadcasting of D Spot. For all of those who are new to this channel, my name is Diego once again, and you have tuned in to the best YouTube channel for all of your Barça news, all of your Liga related developments, latest news, all of the action, anything that it is Liga related, Barça in particular, of course. Barça is mi club. Barça is the team that I support, that I've been a near lifetime socio of, and love to talk about. I will also talk about Real Madrid this episode, of course, as there's been a lot of developments just in one evening. And in case you're wondering, saying what's up first, he's the first to comment. What's going on? Good to see you. Please do let me know where you are watching from, and give us a thumbs up, give us your comments, and I will answer your questions as the episode will develop. If you're new to this channel, you're wondering just what the hell I'm doing, I'm still on my holiday break, guys. The 10 days are not over yet. I'm still enjoying the sunshine here on the Costa Brava in Catalunya, la tierra de donde somos, or de donde soy, the land that I am from. Enjoying a nice summer holiday break with my family over on the Costa Brava. If you haven't been, I strongly recommend. I'm gonna put on my hat because it's hot, and as I see the viewers tally going up, I am going to start talking about last night's encounter. First, I want to talk about a little bit about Barça Betis. I'm also going to talk quickly about Real Madrid, or Depor Real Madrid, I should say, Deportivo Real Madrid. And of course, I'm going to talk about all of the La Liga news, because a lot is still going on, guys, and not necessarily good news, which is of course what we are all wanting and waiting for. So guys, please continue. I see questions coming in already. Please continue to submit your questions. I will get to those, but let me first give you guys my analysis, my recap on yesterday's match between Fútbol Club Barcelona and Real Betis Balompié. How did I see the match, guys? Well, first of all, the big positive is of course the result. Anytime that you play without Luis Suarez, our first official Liga match without Neymar, a match where of course Messi looks very lonely, looks like he is still without question our best player. That of course no surprise, but he looked enchufado, he looked motivated, and looked like he wanted to get business done. So that was great to see him, Messi being our best player on the pitch. And I've got to give credit where credit is due. So in terms of our cantera, la gente de la Masía, todos como Deulofeu, Sergi Roberto deserves a massive shout out, because he played his heart out yesterday. He showed exactly why he deserves to be not only on the squad but even titular. Se merece un puesto en el once titular, I would say. Sergio Roberto was very pleased with the way he performed. He, of course, was able to get on the score sheet as well. And although not too popular, I've noticed among the people, at least the followers on Twitter, Deulofeu, I'm talking about, you got to give credit where it is due. And Deulofeu played his heart out last night, guys. And although no siempre acierta, he doesn't always make the right choices, he certainly did yesterday show that he deserves to be on the squad, and it can certainly be an effective substitute. Certainly not a starter, but an effective substitute who loves the club. He's been there since of young, and wants to fight for a position amongst the 22 or 23 players who will in about 10 days make or form our club for the 2017-2018 season. So what else can be said about the match? Well, it's got to be said it was a pretty easy match, in the sense that after the 2-0, I think the 2-0 killed the match. Messi showed that he remained hungry, hitting the post 3 or 4 times. The woodwork was his biggest obstacle of the night. And, in a normal day, on a normal match day, I think this match could have finished 3-4-0 for Football Club Barcelona, and Betis showing that they are a serious team. I think they could finish top 10 this season, but of course they are still suffering from the losses, the likes of Teo Ceballos. So a team that is in reconstruction mode over there, but still gave a valiant effort. And played a decent match against Football Club Barcelona, who of course Football Club Barcelona, our club, was dealing with las bajas, the losses, or the players missing in action, the likes of Suarez, the likes of Andres Iniesta, and of course Neymar, who yesterday played an incredible match over in France, has been getting all of the titulares, all of the headlines of all the newspapers, because he scored an amazing goal and did some amazing lambretas, did some amazing tactical display of his brilliance over in France, which, I don't know about you guys, but I miss him instantly when I see these kind of headlines, and just reminds me of why he was so vital to the club, and we're going to miss him, guys. We're going to miss him regardless, whether Coutinho comes, Dembele comes, Seri comes, etc. We're going to miss this guy, Neymar, tremendously much. And after the match yesterday, that Neymar played with Paris Saint-Germain, the press, of course, had some questions for him. By the way, entre comillas, in brackets, Neymar visibly very affected by the terrorist attacks over in La Rambla in Barcelona. Give me 1 second, guys, because it's quite windy here. I hope that you are able to hear me fine. And here the doors are slamming open and shut, and my son is having his nap time. So I just want to make sure that he is able to nap and I'm able to give you guys the news. Let me know as well if you can hear me well. I know that it's windy. I have this earpiece with a little bit of a microphone on it. Yesterday, by the way, I'm using my wife's phone because yesterday my phone, I took it into the sea with me. It was in my pocket of my swimming shorts, and while I was playing with my son, I realized about 1 minute in that my phone was in my pocket, ran out of there, but that baby's gone. It's a dead phone, so I'm gonna have to get a new phone. So I'm using my wife's here. Just let me know that if you can hear me fine and the wind is not a disturbance. In any case, so Neymar visibly very affected by what happened in Barcelona, the terrorist attacks, an emotional moment for him as well before the match. However, he showed little emotion while he was playing the match and just was the killer that we knew. Sorry, that was the point I wanted to make about they asked him about, Barça, about Football Club Barcelona. They said, and his exact words, that, that some of the directivos who are currently on the board shouldn't be there, and that of course leaves you wondering that whether he would have stayed if there would have been another board of directors in charge at Barça. My answer to that is yes. I most certainly think that Neymar would have stayed had Bartomeu not been the president, or had he not been the president, had somebody else been. In any case, King Me 7 saying big ups from Kuwait. Wow, man. King Me 7 all the way from Kuwait. What's going on, man? Thank you guys for joining here in the live chat. Again, an improvised live broadcasting of D-Spot, of Barça news. I'm going to take your questions now in a moment. Please keep submitting your questions in the comment section and share this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Almost at 500, guys. 500 subscribers. I can't believe it. I started this channel 7 months ago and I'm already at 500. I don't know if that's quick or not quick, but just to know that you guys are watching these videos and enjoying these episodes and appreciate listening to the latest Barça news as I receive it, as I find out through sources or local media. That fills my heart with great pleasure and gratitude. It's a very humbling experience, and I just love being able to talk to you guys about what I love most, besides my family, of course, which is my other family, which is Football Club Barcelona, this family that we all love. Josh saying shout out from the USA. What's going on, Josh? Good to see you join us all the way from the Las Americas, los Estados Unidos, the USA. In any case, quickly just give you guys a wrap up before I get to your questions. I know you guys all want to know about Coutinho, want to know about Dembele. I see King 7 asking about Dybala and Seri. Before I get to that, let's talk about quickly Real Madrid and Deportivo. Real Madrid, man, Starring saying Nelsinho, what a player. Hey, Semedo played a good game yesterday. Thank you for mentioning. I wanted to mention that as well. He played a good match yesterday. He also showed that he has some tricks in the bag and had a very productive game, and that's what I was expecting from him. I was expecting him to have probably a slow or a preseason where you see him adjusting, showing signs of brilliance, and in that sense, he's doing exactly just that. And I think we're gonna see this kid explode. Have patience with him. Some of you watching or commenting on Twitter were already asking for his head, saying he's not good enough for this team. Give it a little bit more time, because Semedo, I think I trust in this kid. And then it's good to be critical, but give him some time, of course. Nijan saying shout out from India. Talk to you on Twitter about Seri. Okay, again, let me just finish up and then I'll get to your questions about Seri and all the other players. All right, so Real Madrid Depor. Real Madrid showing, Deportivo gave it a valiant effort, but Real Madrid just showing that they are too deep, too strong right now. They are a force to not only be reckoned with, but to be, stopped. They need to be stopped some sort of way. Barça needs to be competitive if they want to make this Liga interesting, because here I should say, not here in Madrid because I'm in Catalonia, but over in Madrid they're already celebrating La Liga. They think it's a one and done deal already. They're seeing a very weak Barça compared to the likes of Real Madrid. The press is jubilant. The Real Madrid or the Madrid press is jubilant. They think it's in the bag, and they're basically taking it for, not for granted, but taking it for a certain that La Liga will be once again blanca. They will win La Liga, and that the Champions League is really what their priority should be in order to get not only the doblete, but they want that desired sextete. They of course want to repeat what Barça has done during the time of Pep Guardiola, where we won all the 6 trophies that we played for. That's what Real Madrid wants to replicate. Let's make sure that they are not able to do so, because that would be gutting. Give me 1 second. Just need to make sure my boy's still sleeping. I'm sorry, I'm babysitting and doing D-Spot at the same time. Multitasking, giving you guys the best of Barça. It's Diego right here representing for D-Spot. Welcome to the show, guys. Stay tuned, because I'm going to get to your questions very shortly. But before I quickly, I just want to talk about Messi. I got a lot of questions of you guys saying, is Messi leaving? Before I get to your questions about Semedo de Lofeo, let me just clear up why last episode I said that there is a chance that Messi might leave. I didn't say he would, but all I said is that right now he's thinking about where this club is going. Of course, Messi's love for Barça is undoubted. Messi's love for the club is eternal in that sense, but Messi's a winner, and Messi wants to know and make sure that he can continue to win. He's obviously now the ripe age of 30, and he's got probably 4 or 5 more good years left in the tank, and he wants to make sure that he remains competitive at the highest level the remaining years. And how can he make sure? He can only make sure by making sure that he's surrounded by the best players. And as of today, Leo Messi is not surrounded by the best players. Let's be honest in that sense. Messi is, when you see him out there, I know again we teníamos muchas bajas, we had a lot of players missing. However, when you see Messi, the way he is surrounded and the way he carries the team on his shoulders, you feel for the guy. I feel for the guy, at least. I suffer for him, because I wish that he was still surrounded by top quality players, the likes of Iniesta, Xavi, Iniesta at his best, Xavi, etc. Neymar, of course, but he's just not. And you have to understand Messi's position in that sense, why he has not yet signed the contract, because even if he does end up signing, he's basically, what he's doing is pressuring the board of directors and saying, guys, get your fucking asses to work. Sorry, excuse my language, but get your butts in the office and be productive and show some level of competence already, and sign me the players I need in order to win Champions Leagues, win La Ligas, continue to be the respected club, but also a competitive player that I deserve to be, because I'm the best in the world, and Messi has the right to demand these kind of things because he is the best in the world, and he has been for so many years. But not only because of an individual talent, but because of the players that were surrounding him. And right now, he's dealing with a weakened squad, and I'm happy that he hasn't signed the contract yet, because I hope that it's a serious kick in the ass for Bartomeu and company to get their shit sorted and sign the likes of Dembele, sign the likes of Seri, sign the top quality defender, and let's get rolling already, guys. Let's get serious. Let's get back to the top, because right now, in español decimos somos el hazme reír. In Spanish we say it's basically Barça has become a little bit of the laughing stock of the football world, and it hurts me. Obviously I will never stop being a culé. I know that there's a lot of culés out there that say it is hard to be a Barça supporter these days. Well, listen, if it's that hard to be a Barça supporter, then just don't be a Barça supporter. Then just jump off the bandwagon that you once jumped off on, or jumped on because we don't need fake ass culés. We don't need fake Barcelonistas that jump on and off as they please. There's two things in life that I was not able to choose, and that was the family I was born into and the club I was born into when I became a member of Fútbol Club Barcelona. So my love for Barça will never fade, regardless of how shit the directivos might be, regardless of how terrible the players might be. If we ever, get to that level, I've lived through terrible spells of Barça, for example, during the Gaspar era, but that never made me doubt my Barcelonismo. It never put my Barcelonismo into question. It never made me be less of a Barça supporter, and I expect the same from all of you guys watching, all of these people that have, tens of thousands of Twitter followers or YouTube subscribers. When they start talking about doubting or being ashamed of being a Barca fan, or it being hard to be a Barca fan, you guys are in a luxurious position that you guys were able to choose to be a Barca fan. I'm just a small channel and a small Twitter account with a big loud ass voice telling you that Barca is the best club in the world, whether we're at the top or not. We have a very, very long history of success and failures, and that's life. I mean, if you're not with us in the bad times, then I don't want you with us in the good times neither. It's Barça for life, and life has got peaks and troughs, man. You deal with the punches and you deal with the victories. Es muy fácil ser del Barça when we're winning. It's very easy to be a culé when we're winning. But it's during bad times and when you really show your love for the club, and no board of the directors should be even remotely be able to sway your feelings or passion in that sense, unless you're not really a Barca supporter. So for those big Twitter and YouTube accounts that are like to be critical and like to start movements and but at the same time question whether it's worth being a Barca supporter, let's get off of the bandwagon, baby. We don't need you guys. I'm only here, we only need real culés and real Barça fans, because we are the ones that make the club last. And that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to say. Just needed to get that off my chest. I'm gonna get to your questions now, and enough of my ranting on Barça and our love for the passion. Guys, I know it's windy. Please make sure that you let me know if you can hear me properly, and if not, then I'll try to make myself more understandable. Amin saying first in the comments. Nasif saying, "Hey Diego, I was waiting for your video. A game went well, don't you think? More so considering the injuries." Nasif Muhammad Ali, absolutely, I agree with you. As I was just finished saying, I thought that the best part was the result and las ganas and the eagerness that the Cantera guys showed, the likes of Sergi Roberto, who deserves to not only have a starting or a spot on the squad, but a spot on the starting 11, in my opinion. Deulofeu as well deserves a mention after all the criticism that he's been getting. I thought they played well. Semedo as well played a very, very solid and decent game. Abdul, here we go. The question I've been waiting for. What about Coutinho? You guys know that I am a Barça fan. I'm new to this reporting game. I've made a conscious career shift into the reporting game. So why do I say this? I say this because I'm not one to brag about having the inside, scoop or the sources, unless I do have them. In Coutinho's case, I have one source closely linked to the Coutinho camp. It's the same source that I had linked to the Neymar camp which is why I was able to break the news earlier than most, or at least confirm the news earlier than most, that Neymar was leaving. And I did the same about Coutinho in terms of his desire in joining the club. I broke the news that he wanted 100% to come to the club. I said that he would come 100% to the club. I perhaps misspoke because what I meant to say was that his desire, the player's desire, is to 100% join Barça. And I said that before he put his transfer request. A lot of Liverpool guys, a lot of English fans laughed at me at the time, saying that it was not true, that Liverpool would never let him go. And they are right to say that. The only obstacle here is LFC, is Liverpool. And they are, of course, in their right to keep their best player and demand as much money as they possibly want for the guy. What we should note, however, what I hope the Barça directivos are noting, is that Liverpool is unwilling to negotiate, guys. At this moment in time, with 10 days left in the transfer market, we might seriously need to consider that Coutinho should be an objective for next year. And because Liverpool, all they've been doing is receiving offers and rejecting them, an offer coming in the front door, and they throw it out the back door immediately, instantly. So there's no terms, there's no sense that they are willing to negotiate for Coutinho. Dembele is another story. Dortmund, of course, putting a price on Dembele's head, which at least is a sign that they're willing to negotiate. But I'll get to Dembele in a second. I'm sure there's plenty of questions on Dembele. Abdullah, I hope I answered your questions regarding Coutinho. Amin, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Amin saying, I think we're good off the ball, but on the ball we're lacking creativity. Well, that is expected when you have players like Iniesta missing, players like Neymar not playing anymore, and the likes of Sergi Roberto, who I think again deserves a starting squad. However, of course, also needs to get used to now playing in his natural position. Let's not forget that he was playing out of his natural position all the last season. Finally, he's able to play in his natural position. So in terms of the creativity, let's give that a little more time. This is still a young, fresh team that needs to deal with a lot of changes. So that's why the biggest positive was last night's result, the 2-0. We got one win already. That is a good start. Nasif saying, as to buyings, if Dembele and Seri happen, I think we'll have a good squad able to fight for all of the trophies. I'm from India, by the way. What's up, my man? All the way from India, Nasif. He's also saying, I was watching yesterday's match through my own birthday party, which added happiness. I love that. So you're having your birthday party and watching Barça kick some ass. Nice one. In terms of your comment, if Dembele and Seri come, I agree, we have a much more competitive squad. Let's not forget though that we do need a defender as well. Yerry, ¿cómo se llama el brasileiro, the Brazilian guy who's injured, Yerry Mina, he's set to come in January. I guess it's a done deal. Don't have inside sources there. I need to, I learn as you guys from the local media here, which is saying that it is a done deal. I just hope that this is another Vermaele type case where we buy an injured player, in this case another defender, and turns out to be a waste of money. I haven't seen him play much, so I can't vouch for the guy. I like Inigo myself. I would have liked him to come, or like him to come. I don't know if that is off the deal totally, but we'll see. But certainly with Dembele and Seri, we'll have a very, very interesting squad, able to compete at a higher level than we are now. But I still would want that one key defender to join as well. Barça boys, what's going on, Barça boys? Love it. Barça boys saying Mundo Deportivo reporting that Dembele is very close, 100 mil plus 30 million. Is that true? So okay, here we go with Dembele. I read that same report. However, at the same time, last night I was listening to my favorite radio show on Cadena Ser. For those Hispano parlantes, for those Spanish speaking guys amongst us, I recommend you guys listen to Cadena Ser. It's one of my favorites. I've been listening to it for a good 25 years on a religious weekly basis, and they are saying the following with regards to Dembele. They're saying that Barça is offering 130 million. So as Mundo Deportivo reported, Mundo Deportivo reporting in a different way. They're saying it's 100 fixed plus 30 in variables. Cadena Ser was reporting that it's 130 mixed, 130 fixed, or I believe it was maybe 125 fixed with only 5 in variable. In any case, it comes out to the same, 130 million. Now, what are they saying? They're saying that Dortmund wants 150 million, no less. That is, of course, a fuckload of money for this young French star. And the question right now, is he worth it? Is Barca willing to spend 150 million for a 20-year-old who last season would have cost 15 million, when of course we, instead of chasing Dembele, we went for Paquito Alcácer. I shouldn't say that. We went for Paco Alcácer because Dembele didn't want to come last year, despite only costing 15 million. Why didn't Dembele want to come? Because Dembele wanted to make sure that he would be offered quality starting minutes. Of course, with the MSN, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, Dembele was never going to get quality starting minutes, so he chose to move to Dortmund instead. Understandably. Now, his price is 100-folded, so he went from 15 to now 150. The Dortmund sporting the sporting director, the director general, came out yesterday and said Dembele is he's rebelling right now. He's in rebellion. No sé cómo se dice. And he only would do something like this for special clubs such as Football Club Barcelona, because Barça is in his heart. Already last year he told us that he wanted to go to Barça, and he only came to us because Barça was not able to offer him starting minutes. So when he signed with us, he said, if Barça comes in the future with an offer, please accept it and allow me to make a move. So there's no doubt that Dembele wants to come to the club, that he loves Barça, that we have a special place in his heart, which we should be very grateful for, because Madrid has been also asking for him and has been interested in making a move for him. But it seems that his mind is dead set on joining Barça. Now, in terms of the price tag, pay the 150. I'm gonna say it right now. Pay the 150. Everybody could call me crazy. Cadena Ser, the guys on Cadena Ser, most of the media here say that it would be crazy to pay 150. But I'll tell you what good is 222 million in the bank account and not having Dembele? I'm just asking, what good is having so much money in the bank account if you're gonna spend it on decent talent rather than top quality talent? Because decent talent is lo que hemos estado fichando, is what we've been buying, and decent talent is going to get us decent trophies like the Copa del Rey. It won't get us top quality trophies like Champions League, like Ligas. So, I'm tired of the misspending that this board has been doing, and I want them to spend it. If it's 150 now, just spend the freaking 150 million on Dembele. Whether it's 130 or 150, that 20 million, screw it. We paid 40 million for Paulinho, for Christ's sake. I think we could overspend on a future, on a current and future star player such as Dembele, and there shouldn't be any hesitation. Why there's hesitation, I don't know. I guess Barça thinks that 150 is just way over the mark. Of course it is. Of course it's way over. I mean, but the market has gone crazy, guys. The market has gone crazy thanks to the likes of PSG, Man City, Chelsea, etc., who are just who are breaking the market, and that's a reality we have to accept. We also have to accept that we are playing from a serious disadvantageous position. We're in a massive disadvantage because we're desperate, and everybody in the world knows it, and they're in their right to take advantage of our of our weakened position. So just pay the 150, I would say. Let's get Dembele in. If Liverpool is really unwilling to negotiate for Coutinho, then why come back with a fourth offer? Let's put our mind already, let's keep him as a objective for next season. I think it's much more realistic, and let's just get Seri in, because to the topic of Seri, and I'm sure there's more questions, Seri's price, it's not 40 million anymore, guys. That price just went up big time. And I'll get to Seri though, as I'm sure you guys are asking in the comment section. Guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm almost at the 500 mark, so as I'm scrolling through your questions, make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Diego. This is the spot, the only spot for La Liga action. Barça, of course, in particular. I'd also talk about Real Madrid and the occasional NBA news, because I love basketball, guys, like with a passion. Josh saying, what up? Shout out from the US. Good to see you again, Josh, from the US. King7 saying, okay, here we go with Dybala. So King Me7 saying, do you think we should pursue Dybala? Very good question. Dybala, of course, a quality player who knocked us out of the Champions League last year. Argentino, no less. Another Argentino that could play along the side of Messi. However, according to reports, the board of directors have descartado. They have nullified or rejected the possibility of Dybala joining the squad. The reason being tactical. According to Robert Fernandez, Dybala is tactically unfit or unable to play alongside of Leo Messi. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm very curious to know what you guys think, because my opinion is that Dybala and Messi do actually play in a similar position or have a similar role with their current squad. With Juve, you see him very often drift into a kind of falso nueve, drift into the 10 position, and Messi, that is of course Messi territory. So I think for once I might actually agree with Robert Fernandez that tactically, I wouldn't agree that they're incompatible, but that they play in a similar position. Now, does that mean that Dybala couldn't swing over to the left, which is where he plays with Argentina? Of course, he plays on the left side. I think he could. I think it shouldn't be descartado. I think it's a shame that it is not even considered. And I think we should ask Messi. I think what Fernandez should do, if he has any humility and would stop making these selfish, arrogant decisions that he seems to be taking by himself there, I think we should ask Messi what he thinks. If he likes playing with Dybala for the Albiceleste, for Argentina, and if so, then he should be considered. However, currently, to answer your question, King7, no, Dybala is not being considered. Moving on. Guys, I'm already on 33 minutes. Jesus, time flies. Let me just make sure my son is still asleep. Shh. I gotta make sure my son is sleeping. I don't hear any cries yet while I'm babysitting for my boy, because my wife is enjoying the sun over there at the beach in our final days here on our summer holiday. Next question. Thank you guys for being patient. I know that these broadcasts are probably not the best. I don't have my laptop here to produce a well-produced, edited video. So these live videos, they're fun to do though. I hope you guys enjoy them too. Seems like you do, because the question section is blowing up. scrolling though. Sorry. Dybala, here we go. Started saying Nelson, what a player. Nelsinho, we discussed Nelson Semedo having a great game yesterday already. Nijan saying shout out from India. I talked to you on Twitter about Seri release clause a few minutes ago. Oh, what's up, Nijan? Yeah, good. Okay, so let me get to Seri's release clause now that Nijan is joined us and is asking about it. What's up with his freaking release clause? So as somebody told me, pointed out on Twitter as well, which I knew as well, is that there is no such thing as a buyout clause in France. No, that is only in Spain. You were right to point that out. However, what was submitted in his contract was a type of buyout clause, whether you want to call it a gentleman's agreement or a buyout clause, and that was that if a club were to buy or pursue Jean-Michel Seri before the 15th of July, they were able to take him away or buy him for 40 million, no questions asked. That has, according to reports from Marca, from Sport, from us, all of the Mundo Deportivo, all of the major newspapers here in Spain are reporting that that clause is now nullified, and basically Nice se está frotando las manos. They're rubbing their hands together because they want to basically capitalize on the fact that this clause is no longer in effect, and the price has gone up. The price for Seri has gone up, whether we like it or not, and we're now going to have to pay more money than the reported 40 million, which was initially his price. How much more? I don't know. It's not going to get anything crazy in terms of the 100 plus million. I don't expect it to get to that. You know, maybe in 10 days at midnight, and Barça has still not made a move, it will go up to 100 million. I doubt it, of course. I'm kind of speaking ironically, but you know, maybe 60 million. I don't know. Nice has been selling off a lot of players for around 20 million, so even 40 million for Seri would have been a good price for us at this point. Let's not forget Paulinho also cost fucking 40 million, but I'm guessing that it'll be around 60 million. But that is the reason why he's not a done deal yet, is because Barca went over there and with a briefcase with 40 million in cash. That's how I'm picturing it. Here they go. Here goes Robert Fernandez. Walks into the Nice office with a briefcase with 40 million, opens it up, and they go, "What's this?" He goes, "This 40 million." And they go, nah, man, his price is not 40 million anymore, buddy. You got to put that up, add a couple of more million in there, because his price just went up by about 20 million. I don't know. I'm just saying 20. I'm guessing it'll be around that price range now. But and that was unexpected, and that's why they had to come back to Barcelona and basically face the reality that 40 million, which was the maximum that they were willing to spend for City, that is no longer in effect. Let's see what happens. It's in any case, it's good to see that. It's good to see that that at least the directivos, that at least the board of directors are interested in Seri, because man, even Xavi named him his natural successor. So let's by God hope that they take this serious, and that we are able to get Jean-Michel Seri in our midfield, guys. I'll tell you, in Madrid they don't want him to come. In Madrid, many Madridista friends of mine are scared as fuck of him coming to Barca. Again, sorry if I dropped the occasional F-bomb. That is just how I like to talk sometimes. I hope I'm not offending anyone. Back to your question, guys. Nijan, hope your doubts on Seri have been answered. Omer saying, what's up, Omer? Good to see you, a long-time viewer over here. He's saying, when will we stop making joke of ourselves in the transfer market? When will we, I guess, stop making jokes in the transfer market? Liverpool, Dortmund, Nice are all the latest in a long line of clubs laughing at our inept transfer team. Yeah, man. So look, like I said, somos el hazme reír actualmente. We are the laughing stock currently of the football world. PR wise, we have taken a massive hit. We cannot deny that. Now, I also, and I'm very critical. I'm very critical, as you guys are, of the way in which our current board of directivos are dealing with our club. However, can I just add to this as well? I see a lot of things on Twitter a lot of things on anti-culés, anti-Barcelonistas, or just people that don't like our club for whatever reason, talking about, finally we see Barça getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, let me just say this. What exactly is Barça doing that is so different from what all the other clubs, including Barça, have been doing through all of these years? Are we the only club in the world that have been buying players from smaller clubs, lesser known clubs, and taking them over to Barça? No. No, I mean the obvious answer is no. Madrid's been doing it. All the clubs everywhere. There's what's the English word, the English expression which fits very well. There's a food chain here. Okay, there's a food chain and there's a hierarchy in that food chain, and the clubs at the top will eat anything that there is below them, and so on. So look at Girona that just has been not relegated but promoted to the Primera División. They've been having to deal with bigger clubs poaching their players too. So it's a natural process. It's a natural succession that all clubs deal with and do. It's a natural order of business in the football and sporting world, where the big clubs are able to buy players, poach players from smaller clubs. So Barça is no different in that sense. I don't know why now Barça is getting so much hate in that aspect. Now there's obviously the whole other aspect which has been well discussed here on D-Spot and on other channels and outlets as well, about the way in which this current board of the directors deals with players and signings, etc. And they deserve to be criticized, but let's not get carried away neither and start blaming Barça for poaching players or signing players away from other clubs, because that is what everybody does. And in terms of why us culés as well, because I did a video, in case you haven't seen it yet, for Copa 90, where I talked about why us Barcelonistas are pissed off that Neymar has left. Now, I'm not mad that Neymar wanted to leave. I'm mad in the manner in which Neymar left, and I'm mad that a player of his stature and his talent is choosing to go to a minor league, in that sense, the fifth best league in Europe, rather than playing for the best league in Europe. So I think that es un desprecio por su talento. It's a waste of his talent. And of course he's going to do amazing labretas and amazing tricks like he did last night, because he's playing against inferior players. So he will never win a Ballon d'Oro winning the French league, trust me. He will need to win Champions Leagues, and if he doesn't, será un fracaso, será un fracasado. He'll be a failure. Anyways, guys, back to your questions. Excuse me for going on my side rants. I hope you guys are patient. We're approaching the 43-minute mark. My goodness, how time flies when you're talking Barça. Back to your questions, because God, I still have a lot to go through. Let's see, where was I? Bro, this is so cool. You're replying to us live. Of course, King Me 7. It's what I do, baby. It's what I do. It's D-Spot, Diego in the house, talking Barça, talking Liga, for all you guys, all the Barça fans all around the world. This is the best channel on YouTube to get your latest news on Spanish football and Barça, of course. Moses saying, "Hi Diego, you look so cute and enjoying your holiday." All right, thanks, buddy. I am definitely enjoying my holidays in terms of me looking cute. I appreciate that too, I suppose. His question is, what is the update on Seri, Dembele, and Coutinho? I hope you've been, I hope I brought you up to speed. I hope you joined in early enough to catch all of the latest Coutinho, Dembele news and Seri, because if I'm going to start repeating myself, this broadcast will never end. So basically, quickly, if you have just joined, Coutinho seems to be on a standstill. There, a fourth offer might be made. I told you, the guys, that it will be a third and not a fourth, so I doubt there will be a fourth. Dembele looks like he will come, but the price is 150. Barça offering 130, and Seri, his price is no longer 40 million. It's gone up considerably. So the directivos are right now debating whether he is worth the 40 plus million. I hope they realize that he is worth that. I mean, saying they can dream as long as Barto is president. Yeah, I don't know who can dream. I don't know what in reference that is to. I mean, also asking, Barça has agreed to the variables asked by Borussia Dortmund for Dembele, 100 million fixed and 30 in variables. Fernando Polo, is he reliable? In terms of them agreeing, Dortmund wants 150, not 130. So there's no agreement made there yet. Gaudaf saying, "What up, Gaudaf? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you in the live show." You're asking me about Seri. I hope I answered your question. Junior saying, "Even if we sign good players, we still need a leader like Puyol. Do you agree with me?" Oh, hostia puta, Junior. Lo has clavado, tío. Lo has clavado. You hit the fucking nail on the head. I'm so happy you say that, because since I started this channel, which was only 6-7 months ago, back in January, the end of January, it was my first D spot. Go and check it out. It's kind of funny. It was my pilot episode for TYT Sports, coincidentally. So Junior making a very good remark, talking about whether we need a leader. I 100% absolutely agree with you, Junior, my friend. That has been my repetitive complaint, my repetitive concern throughout this entire 2017 year, the start of this year, basically, is that es que no tenemos un líder. We do not have a Puyol, and that, regardless of how many good players that we surround Messi with, we need that leader in the dressing room that is able to smack a player above the head, get him out of his slump if he's in a slump, make Piqué stop doing jokes and acting immature, spit fire into the dressing room, motivate the players, because that the heart of a champion is lights up an entire dressing room, and that is what Puyol had, and that is what we are missing, and what we have been missing since his departure. Xavi had it a little bit in him still, so we were able to not notice the loss of Puyol in that sense still, because Xavi was able to continue this progress of leadership. However, that is now gone, and that is really what we've been missing. So I absolutely 100% agree with you. Mascherano is a leader, but not a leader enough to influence, at least not for Barça, to influence the other people. He's able to do that for the Albiceleste, I guess, for Argentina. But in Barça, we need a new leader, somebody with credibility, that knows the house, and that you can't just buy. That is hard to buy, and so that is a concern. A Sergio Ramos, Iker Casillas type figure, even like Ronaldo is a more vocal leader. Messi is less of a vocal leader, of course. Messi leads by example, by giving it his all. Sometimes people say that is all you need. Just somebody who leads by example doesn't necessarily need to be a vocal leader. I kind of disagree. I think you do need a vocal leader, somebody who can spark inspiration also by communicating verbally in the dressing room, at halftime when things are not going your way, before a match or after a match even. When you take a big loss, you need somebody to be able to light the fire within your belly, and or just give a good kick in your ass when you're not giving it your all, and that is a major problem Barça has to face. Give me 1 second, guys, to make sure that my boy is still sleeping his siesta. 1 second. All seems good. All seems good. Do you guys appreciate? Let me give you guys a little quick tour. Appreciate this view of the Costa Brava. Visca el Barça, but also above all, Visca Catalunya, guys. Catalunya es una tierra muy bonita. Come visit Catalunya and Spain. Beautiful country, beautiful region. Anyway, back to your. Thank you for your question, Junior, because you hit the nail on the head, buddy. I love that. Regardless of how many good players come, we need a leader, and that you cannot just buy. Need to scroll up. Guys, you've been blowing up this chat. My God, eager to talk Barça. I love it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Don't leave without subscribing, guys. I'm almost at the 500 mark. I'm hoping that by the end of this stream, I'll be above 500. So make sure you subscribe. Do these videos on not only weekly, I'm going bi-weekly basis now. Also make sure you check out my stuff on TYT Sports, on SB Nation for Barça Blaugranes, and I'm going to be joining Fox Deportes as of September, guys. A new show on Fox Deportes. Make sure you stay tuned for all that, but I'll give you more news on that real soon. Nijan saying, even Liverpool fans are mocking us. How dare they? Well, I understand. I have a lot of Liverpool fans, and it gets on my nerves, but I understand why they're mocking us, and they should. I mean, look, let's not take it too serious neither. It's it's sports and football at the end. It's all fun and games. It hurts, and we're emotional about it, but we should also be able to laugh at ourselves sometimes from time to time, just to make sure that we keep a healthy mind about the reality of life and the perspective on things. Omer saying Barça for life, and I blame Romario for that. Romario, what a legend he was. Good to see that you've been such a long time Barça fan. Right around just a little bit after I became a Barça fan. I'm 35 years old now, and I'll never forget the day in 1989, I should say. I became a Barça socio and supporter for life. It was all my grandfather's fault. But that's another story, great story for another time. I will tell you guys another time. 50 minutes, man. 50 minutes. I'm still talking Barça here on D-Spot. Vod Loza saying, who are the outgoing players? Because we need to let go of some players to open space for Coutinho, Dembele, and Seri. So exactly, very good point there. We have 10 days left in the market. So not only is the price going up of the players that we want to buy, but so is the price diminishing of the players that we need to sell, of course. Very good question by Vodloza. And that he's absolutely right to point that out. What the hell is going on with the players like Arda Turan, Rafinha, who I've close to my heart. I don't like to mention him in the players going away, but it's a possibility. Andre Gomez, of course, possibly going out. Samper reportedly will not get the minutes that he's looking for. He might be going out the door. Denis Suarez, I hope not, but he might be going out the door. So who is certainly going out the door? I would say Arda Turan seems to definitely be having his ticket already bought to join Galatasaray. Andre Gomez, Rafinha have been reported to be to start being included in deals such as for Coutinho. Whether that is true or not, I cannot 100% confirm. I'm just letting you guys know what is being reported here. And who else? Denis Suarez was potentially going to be at Real. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Denis Suarez will stay, which I'm very happy about. Those of you longtime viewers will know that I have a soft spot for Denis Suarez and Messi playing together. I think they're going to be brilliant. And Deulofeu possibly going to Roma. I don't think that will happen neither because of his feature, because of his salary. But Monchi apparently has been knocking on his door. So we'll see. But hey, players have to start getting the hell out of here. And Marlon Santos, I should say. Also, I hope that he will not go. If he does go, at least that he'll be será una cesión, on a loan, but not being sold. Anyway, Junior, do Barca need a leader like Puyol? Can Titi be that man? Again, Junior, I answered your question. Great question earlier. We need a leader like Puyol. Can Titi be that man? I don't think so. I don't think you can buy a player like Puyol. A leader like Puyol has to come from La Masia, has to come from La Cantera, and if not, has to have come at a very early age, like Sergio Ramos when he was 18 and joined Real Madrid. Titi is, in his 20s, and a leader like Puyol, needs to have the credibility of all the other players and needs to know the club inside out in order to be effective as a leader and take that leadership role serious. So Titi can be a great player, great defender. I just don't think he can be a leader the likes of Puyi. Josh saying we need a quality center back, most likely Matthijs de Ligt. Should be an ideal signing. Yeah, so I actually like Inigo. Why do I like him? In terms of, I know Matthijs' name has been thrown around a lot, but Inigo, because he knows the Spanish league, he knows the teams that we will face on a weekly basis and the type of football that's being played. So I hope that Inigo is still in the is considered as a potential signing. Voloza saying, I won't stop being a Barca supporter, but I doubt our board will seem we seem to be getting screwed by our board. Barca is the team with the most haters, and these days we are getting roasted left and right. Absolutely true, Vadloza. Good comment there. Nijan saying we should sign Seri and Dembele. Don't go for washed up Di Maria. Yeah, man, who's 29 and turns up only 1/6 of the matches. I also hope that Di Maria is not seriously being considered. Give me 1 second, guys. We're still good. My boy's still sleeping. He knows Papa's at work doing his D-Spot live on YouTube. My name is Diego. Welcome to D-Spot, guys. For those of you just tuning in, my name is Diego. This is D-Spot. Make sure you subscribe. Don't leave the broadcast without subscribing to my channel. We're almost at 500. This is the only place and the best place for your Barça news, right from the source, right from ground zero. Normally, I'm doing this in front of the Camp Nou. Those of you who are a long-time viewer will know that I give you guys the news as I receive it about Barça and Spanish football. Nijan saying, are we placing a fourth bid for Coutinho? Initially, my source said no. It'll be 3 and that's it. Newspapers are saying there will be a fourth. This will go down to the wire to the last day. I cannot confirm this yet. Both me and my source are on holiday with very shaky internet connection. I haven't spoken about a fourth option. I told you guys there will be third. I cannot confirm a fourth. However, newspapers are saying there will be a fourth. Too fast for you. What's up, my man? Good to see you. I didn't know if you were gonna join the chat. Good to see you in here. Is Valverde a good coach for this chaotic time? Seems very calm. I would agree. I think Valverde is a very calm coach. He gives a very relaxed. He has a very relaxed demeanor about himself, and I like that. Luis Enrique was one who was not able to cope with the pressure very well, and Valverde, in that sense, seems to be somebody who's able to give a much more of a relaxed sense and controlled sense about his coaching manner, and that has to be appreciated, because that's the last thing we need right now, is somebody who's buckles under the pressure and is unable to handle the intense media scrutiny that this team is setting themselves up for, and with the board of the directors, their incompetence. We need at least a coach, a leader of the squad, who's able to do his work all inside of the dressing room, but also his reports to the media in a kind of relaxed manner. So I'm happy with Valverde in that sense. And in terms of his playing style, his tactics, right now, parece acertar. He seems to be doing the things right. I like what I've seen in preseason, and also the match last night against Betis was good. It was an improvement from what we saw in the Supercopa. Of course, Supercopa, we hit rock bottom because we faced a tremendous Madrid side who are just far better than us at the moment. That has to be recognized. Going back to your questions, Gauraf saying, I feel Piqué should be handed the captain armband. I don't know. I agree sometimes, but then he does something like se queda, and it makes you think, everybody, all of the news media, everybody in the whole entire world was celebrating that Neymar was going to stay, and then it turned out to be a practical joke. It are those kind of things that make me go, Piqué, tío, ¿por qué haces esto? Why do you do this, man? Because you're misleading, and it's not funny for the rest of us. I know that he tried to justify it, saying it was a way to pressure Neymar almost, but Neymar didn't even appreciate it. Apparently, Neymar got pissed off when he did it. So it's like, dude, why do you do that, man? Why do you stop being a joker for once? And if you really want to be president, which I think he will, then take it serious as well. Be a leader like Puyol was. It's great. It's great to be funny. I think he'd be an awesome friend. But in terms of a leader and captain of a dressing room, no. I don't doubt his quality as a player. I still think he's a great defender with ups and downs. But as a leader, as a Puyol type of figure, I don't think he's our guy. Nijan saying we're not giving Denis Suarez enough chances. I agree. Denis Suarez, man, I love that kid. David Bell saying, easy, man. What's up, Dave? Good to see you, David. Man U fan over here, an old buddy from the uni. Oh, shit, check out this massive fucking bee that was flying around. You guys missed it. You missed my head, too. He's saying, easy, man. How many players do you still think you need this window? Tres. Uno, dos, tres. All right? 3. That's how many players One in attack, one in mid, and one in defense. That is it. I think 3 players. We need 3 top quality players, and we're golden. We're solid. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Dembele, Seri, or Coutinho, and Inigo. That's it, man. I'll be happy with that. Omer saying, why are we playing trial and error with our left wing? Duran did a reasonable job last season, filling in for Kashmar. First day to fail, and now Paco failing in that position. If you mean like as a sub, Turan did decent, but he came with a massive price tag. He has a massive salary. That is another one of Barca's problem is the salaries, guys. I think the player that is earning the least, the likes of Deulofeu, Denis Suarez, are still earning 4 million a year. That is huge. I think in Real Madrid, the player that is earning the least is around the 2 million mark or something. It's, Barca's, our directors have been signing contracts like they're freaking, cookies and just like handing it away for free. It's our salaries are a major problem, and Arda Turan, on top of what he costs, his salary is a major issue, and he's not producing enough. He's not performing enough to that top level, of quality that you expect for a player that is earning so much, that it costs so much. Mind you, that is also the reason why it's so hard to sell these players, because their contracts, there's not a lot of teams that are able or even willing to pay, to pay so much money on an annual basis for a subpar player, the likes of Arda Turan. And that is also why they want to stay put. They know that they are not, they're earning a crazy good salary, and they don't want to take a pay cut, So it's a problem, man. So many administrative problems that this board has been guilty of. The list goes on and on. Maybe once I'll do a whole different podcast, just talk about the problems with the board of the directors. And mind you, I do not take things personal. It's not that I personally have anything against Bartomeu, and I never question his culeism, his Barcelonismo. But you got to understand when it's your time to go, and just face up and recognize your mistakes, because right now we're just going downhill way too quickly. And let's hope that Benedito's moción de censura, his vote of no confidence of September 1st, will get enough signatures to allow us to have new elections. Moving on, Chemo. Guys, I'm on 62 fucking minutes. Holy crap. And I'm still have 25 viewers. So guys, thank you for sticking with me. I'm here to answer your questions. This is your show. This is your news on Barça. This is your D-Spot show. So ask me anything. And here we go. Kimo saying, do you think Asensio can challenge Neymar for Ballon d'Oro in the future? Kimo, my friend, do I think? I don't think. I know for a fact that Asensio is going to be the second Ballon d'Oro winner of Spanish nationality after Luis Suarez, the original, of course, the original Luis Suarez that played along the side of Kubala and does a great job narrating matches these days. He's the first one when he made the switch from Barça to Inter Milan. He did a great job over at Inter for many years, won the Ballon d'Oro there, was the first Spaniard to win the Ballon d'Oro, and I think Asensio is going to be the second Spaniard to do so, although it should have been, of course, Xavi Hernandez or Andrés Iniesta. I also think that they should have won it. Anyways, too fast for you, saying 150, I would go for Mbappe. They don't want 150, they want 180, so that's not even an option. Roshan Shaw saying, why is the board offering to pay only in installments? That's not helping negotiations. No, but it's also common practice. That's done very often. Paying installments, I think they wanted to pay over 5 years, which is obviously too much. But it's quite common practice not to pay the full monty in one go. Chemo saying, do you think? Well, I answered that question. The Rain, what up, The Rain? Actually, Dybala can play in Iniesta position and become Messi when the little magician stops. That's a good point. I always saw Dybala more of as a attacker, but I guess an attacking midfielder could be an interesting position. Holy shit, guys, my battery's almost done. I need to quickly wrap this up. I see there's a lot more questions. Let me get through your questions a little quicker. Gatti saying, thanks Diego for your insight watching you from South Africa. What up, Gatti? Good to see D-Spot getting love all the way in South Africa. King Me 7 saying, what do you think about Barca trying to change their playing style? I don't think they have been changing anything yet. I think they still want to play controlling football, and in terms of their efficiency in playing counter type of attacking football, that has gone up. But that's also something that Luis Enrique had been implementing. So I'm just being distracted because the neighbors are pulling out cameras, filming me, filming myself. It's a little strange, but I don't know. I don't know why they're filming me. But anyways, Katy saying, I'm really impressed by Sergio, Roberto, and Semedo. They should be regulars. I don't see the point of Gomez, Turan, and Digne. We should be buying Dembele and Seri. Couldn't agree more. In the beginning of the show, discussed in detail that I think that Sergio Roberto should be a regular starter, and Semedo did a great job. Why is she filming me, man? Why are these people filming me? Omer saying, I have to agree with your friend Fernandez. Dybala can be deployed on the flanks. He's not a conventional 9, and so he has to play in the center attacking mid or support a striker role in which Messi does. Well, see, I think that I think Dybala could swing over to the left and play alongside Messi. But yes, he would have to switch his natural position. So in that sense, I also, just like you just mentioned, Omar, I don't think that if he were to play in the same position, he's obviously not compatible. Nijan saying, don't mention Paulinho, it hurts. Not going to mention him now. Too fast for you saying, Arda and Vermaelen, Rafinha leaving. They are on the exit. Sorry guys, I'm being distracted. It's just very weird to have somebody going out of their way and filming me across the balcony. Let me show you what's going on. If you guys can see that in the back. I'm not gonna zoom in. This chick is filming me. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, whatever. Messi, Katy saying, Messi as a false 9 works. He is more clinical in front of goal than Suarez. Look, Suarez is getting too much hate, man. I don't know what's going on with Suarez. People jumping on Suarez's case, saying that he's shit, and, faltando respeto, just being very disrespectful. Suarez is a king, and he's the best striker in the world, in my opinion. Whether he's in a little bit of a slump, just let him get up to speed. Let him get, his form into place, and then we'll talk, okay? The guy's just come back from holiday. We all need a little bit of time to adjust to our day-to-day job when we're back on from holiday, right? Christopher saying, spot on, Diego. Spot on, that is. I hope Seri doesn't move. You hope Seri doesn't move? So you must be a Nice fan, Christopher, because I hope that he does come to Barca. Adrian Dragan saying, hi Diego, thank you for all you do. I'm Romanian born, living in Cleveland, Ohio for 20 years. Win, lose, draw, Biscal Barça. Supporters, not customers. Hashtag supporters, not customers. I love that, man. Love that. That's what I want to see. Nice one, Adrian. Make sure you subscribe, buddy. Good to see you joining from Romania, or from the US, I should say. Thank you for your comment and still sticking around. Thank you all you guys for still sticking around. We're on 68 minutes. And Romeo's asking, damn, I missed the live chat. From the sounds of it, is interesting. Great stuff, Diego. Thanks. Romeo, you're still in it, buddy. You might have missed the first, I don't know how many, but make sure you watch this on the replay as soon as I post it. Emmanuel saying, I hope this Seri player will convince me. Look, I haven't seen much. I'm not gonna lie. All I've seen from Seri is YouTube. I don't want to watch much of French, the French league, the Ligue 1. But he's, all I need was based on what I watched on YouTube. Those highlights are great, but all I needed was Xavi calling him his natural successor for me to basically say, who the hell am I to dispute Xavi? Let's get this guy in if he says that he's his natural successor. Too fast for you saying, other clubs are jealous of our success. Jealousy is a bitch and a major factor, of course. So Yes, I agree with you there. I mean, saying the hate for Barca is coming from England, very understandable since we smashed up their supposed best team in Man U twice in the Champions League finals. I also agree with that. Anur saying he was playing against plants and trees. Not sure what you're referring to. Emmanuel saying, I hope we can get Drexler. He won't get enough playing time in PSG. Really? So Drexler has been another name linked to the club. Not convinced by Drexler, man. Don't know if we should get him. If he's not good enough for PSG, he's not good enough for Barca. Kati saying, true, jealous of Barca consistency, best club in the last 10 years. Absolutely. Anur saying, your thoughts on the offers of Drexler and Di Maria. I don't think any offers have been made officially, no, according to what I've been hearing. Guys, I'm going quick because I'm also running out of battery very fast. So, Muntasir saying, hi, Madar Chod. Oh, don't know what that means. What is the meaning of pasito pasito? Pasito pasito is step by step. Un paso is one step. Pasito pasito is little step at a time. Jason Lee saying, nice place you're staying. Enjoy. La Costa Brava, man. One of the best resorts. One of the best, not resorts, but one of the best places in the world to chill out at the beach and enjoy nature and beach and sea at its finest. And food, of course. Relaxation at its best. Anur saying, are you participating with the Pañolada against the board in the Catalan Derby? If I'm going to the match, I will certainly participate. Yes, is my answer. A resounding yes. Jason Lee saying, great match yesterday. Love the press and the intensity of the players. Absolutely, Jason Lee. Moses saying, yes, I did catch you early enough. Good. Jason Lee saying, I feel good about Sergio. Just need Dembele. Mutasir saying, I think Coutinho can play the role of Neymar as well as Iniesta after his retirement. Of course. Absolutely he can. David saying, Liverpool can't laugh at you. They are desperate to keep him. He wants to leave and he will go to you eventually. Peace, brother. David Bell saying also, Sergio Roberto rumored we are in for him. Man United. I know, man. I know. Both Man U and Chelsea are desperate to take Sergio Roberto away from us. And it's not going to happen, Dave. All right? Keep your hands away from our Sergio Roberto, boy. Just because you and I are friends doesn't mean that Man U and Barca can do any friendly business, all right? So, but yeah, no, guys. David pointing out the fact that Sergio Roberto is wanted by English clubs, the likes of Man U and Chelsea, and he's absolutely right. Let's hope that doesn't happen. And let's hope, like he says, him being a Man U supporter, obviously he would like to see Coutinho come to Barca, and let's hope that happens. If not this year, then next year. Muntasir saying, why not bring Berratti to us? Very simple, Riola. His new agent, Riola, also agent of Ibrahimovic. Of course, he will never come to Barca, given the bad blood, extremely bad blood that exists currently between the club and that agent. But Loza saying, hey Diego, don't forget to check on your boy. Very good point, man. Thank you, buddy. Check on my boy. It's been a while. I think we're good. He's either crying when I'm not there, but, you know, I think we're good. Thank you, dude. Bodloza, appreciate that. Also checking out on my boy. I7ers. If no Coutinho, if no Dembele, then who? That's not going to be an option. Dembele is coming, guys. I don't even want to think about it. If no Coutinho, Seri will certainly come. Coutinho will next year come. Antonio, what's the latest, Diego? Great question. Just rewind and start listening from the beginning. Too fast for you saying, I like Valverde as well. Thanks, bro. And Antonio saying, how much you think we'll get? For what, my friend? King Me 7 saying, why don't we buy Diego? Why don't we buy Diego? Cost, he's worth 60. Me? 60 million? Yeah, dude. All right. I'll play there. I think I'll be more productive as a director type figure. I'm decent at footy, but I'm 35 years old. I'm almost 36 in October. Maybe player coach? No. All jokes aside, I'm gonna be president one day. Mark my words. I said it first on D Spot. Diego for president of Football Club Barcelona. One day is gonna happen. Nijan saying, you're so hot that neighbors can't resist. Yeah, maybe. Muntasir saying, Nijan, are you gay? All right. Let's avoid, any hate talk in the chat. Hyder saying, is Catalan media are puppets of Bartu? So yeah, that's a good point. Hyder is pointing out the Catalan media, Mundo Deportivo, and both Sport are backers of Bartomeu for reasons best known to themselves. But they certainly prefer Bartu being in power as opposed to the likes of Benedito and Laporta. Sport is a well-known, or I should say, Mundo Deportivo is a well-known anti-Laportista. They do not like Laporta. They had a lot of falling outs with him in the past. And Benedito is also not taken very serious by the media here. So Bartu, in that sense, is very favored and backed by the Spanish media, the Catalan media, I should say. David Bell's laughing out loud. Good to see you on this chat, Dave. I'm appreciative, my friend. Omer saying Madarchot is a South African expletive and the equivalent of motherfucker. A shame some people chose to tell us about their limited vocabulary. I guess that's me. I have a limited vocabulary, that is true. I do speak 5 languages though, and South Asian is not one of my languages. So good to have Madarchot now added to my vocabulary. Appreciate it, Omar. Barça Boy saying, thank you, Diego. Your streams are great. Much love, bro. Keep it up. Cheers, Barça Boys. I appreciate the love. Guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Don't leave without subscribing. Almost at 500. I'm expecting to break that barrier as I finish this stream. Antonio saying, how much players you think we'll get? I don't know, man. I think 2, maybe 3. King Me 7 saying, I meant Diego Costa. Okay, I think he meant Diego Costa. He's worth 60 million. Okay, I got you. Diego Costa is not going to come to Barça. He'll sign for Atletico. Muntasir saying, Diego, I think you're good enough to be president of the Culés. Thank you, Holmes. And Puya saying, love your work. Keep it up. Keep it up, sending Barca love from Toronto, Canada. Omer saying, no, man, I was talking about the guy who called you that word. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyways, it's all good. It's all love. We're all culés in the end. And if not, Madridistas are welcome in this chat. But let's just keep the peace, keep the positivity going, positive vibes, man. I'm still on holiday, so I'm trying to relax and keep things from a bright perspective. But in any case, guys, I need to end this chat. We're on 76 minutes. Holy shit. This has been a long stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And by the looks of it, it seems you guys did. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Hope this was informative. I do this Mutasir on a regular basis, weekly, and I try to do it more on, I try to do it at least weekly, weekly for sure, and I try to do it twice a week, if not 3 times a week. But, so stay tuned. Make sure you have your notifications switched on so you see when I pop on. Follow me on Twitter at thisisdspot and Instagram, because I post updates there as well, and I let you guys know when I go live from there. So guys, thank you so much. My holidays are coming to an end soon. Nija saying, I'm not gay. I was referring to the girl filming Diego. No worries, man. Even if you are, if you're not, I really don't give a shit. Just be happy and be proud of what you do and be nice to other people. That's what I try to abide by. All right, guys, thank you. My name is Diego. For those who are new, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Normally I report it from my home, but as you guys pointed out in the chat, I'm still on holidays in the Costa Brava. I will be outside of the stadium every time Barça plays, giving you guys live feedback, reports from the fans, from people I get to talk to, etc. soon when I'm back home. So make sure you check it out. Subscribe, like, share. Guys, I'm out of here. It's been way too long. Abdishek saying, I just joined. Man, well, you have a good hour and a half of video content to go through. Your questions and doubts will be answered. Guys, peace, love, Diego, I'm out. Cheers.